It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxro. Fabio Wardley, Fabio, you've done a lot of interviews today. It's your last one, so I just want to ask you a couple of different things. I'm just interested in your journey to this point. I've just been reading up about you being a sales consultant. What year was that?
I don't know, it was about 9 years ago, whatever that would be. My maths isn't great. I get punched in the head for a living, so not ideal with that. But yeah, I did it when I pretty much as soon as I left school, so about 16, 17. I did it for about 5 years or so. So early 20s. I did it at the same time I had my pro debut. And then after that point, trying to mix two jobs of like a full-time job or working like 40 plus hours and then training and stuff, it just wasn't going together. So decided to jump in and go all in on boxing.
Just curious, what was your sales pitch? Because every salesman has like a little pitch that they always use. Do you still remember it?
No, I didn't have like one line. I always tried to give them two options and like a good option, but then a really bad option, and then 9 times out of 10 they pick the good option, but which is the one I wanted.
Was it like door to door? Because it's something to do with recruitment.
No, it was recruitment sales for social workers, so getting them different jobs in different places. So like I'd get them a job in Newcastle, Southampton, wherever they were based, and they looked and said they needed jobs, so you place them in different boroughs.
It's fascinating that. And then you jump into the white collar scene. I've never actually asked you about the white collar scene. How many white collar fights did you actually have?
I had 4 white collars,
What was the record?
4-0, 4 KOs.
And what kind of people did you fight? Because I know in white collar you could be fighting somebody who worked in an office to somebody who maybe does a bit of bare knuckle or whatever.
I fought some good guys. A couple of them were like well established white collar fighters. They do it regularly, like as much as like an amateur would or something. Two of them had fought. One was an amateur previously, had a lot of time off boxing, then came back and did some white collars and stuff, and I beat him. And another one that had like 15 odd white collar fights and beat him as well. And then there was the other two were a bit left, not ideal opponents, but just take what's in front of you.
I spoke to Dominic Ingle the other day, and he just regards to predicting this fight, he picked you to win on points, but he said there could be a late stoppage, and obviously he backed you for that. And he raised the point that he felt white collar boxing would prepare you better for the pro game than amateur boxing. I just want to get your opinion on that, because obviously considering Fraser's fought people like Jalalov and a lot of top amateurs, obviously you've only had 4 white collars.
Yeah, look, there's definitely an argument to be made there for it, 1000%. The type of fights, the sometimes scrappy nature of it, or where it's just purely a fight and not such a boxing match. Yeah, that has prepared me well for professional boxing, but so was all of the sparring, all of the other training, and all the other bits as well. So it's accumulative. It's a lots of things together.
We joked about this in the gym once about you, being a bit of a tart, going around to different promoters. I think the last 3 fights you've had Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, and now you got Ben Shalom. I'm guessing that all of them at some point have tried their best to tempt you in for like long-term relationships. How hard is it to say no to them?
It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all, because if it's not right for me, it's not right for me. If it's not the right fit, if I don't feel like it's going to work, or it's not the direction I want to take my career, then I'm not going to do it. It's no hard feelings. It's strictly business, strictly professional. Like if they can't meet my needs, or if it's not moving in the direction I want it to, then no thank you this time, and see you next time.
And then just a quick word on Fraser's, the fact that he's fighting you after 2 fights. Obviously, there was a lot made of him not fighting you 2 fights ago, but the fact that he's still willing to fight you and not gone down a different route like European or international route, you respect him for that? And does that kind of prove that he didn't duck you?
Yes and no. I think it was 6-1 and half a dozen the other. I think partly as well, he was backed into a corner with it, that he had to argue his case so much the first time around that I didn't duck him, that when it came around a second time and there was availability for us to fight each other, you can't back out of it a second time. You're in a corner now. You have to do it. You'll never live it down. He barely lived it down the first time around. So
this is a very quick answer from you. Adam Azim and Dalton Smith, they find themselves in a similar situation that you and Fraser were in a couple of years ago. What do you think should happen in that scenario?
They should fight, always. That's always the way that those situations, those scenarios should go. The two good fighters, up and comers, should fight. They could headline the O2 as well. That's a massive fight. It's a big occasion. It could happen, but I don't know, whatever reasons are going on. I don't know the details of that situation, but it will only do them both well to fight. It doesn't help just to keep meandering along and fighting anybody's or whatever along the way. You might as well just get stuck into a good fight and go again, whoever loses.
So, Fraser, Fabio, appreciate your time, and I think people should respect your journey as well. Sales consultant, white collar, and now making silly money.
Who knows about silly money? I don't know about that.
So appreciate your time, Fabio.
I got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you toward your goals.